Mercedes Gonzalez is a 25-year-old, 5'5" package of racing dynamite. And when she's strapped into one of these super lights, there's only one thing on her mind. That's winning. And winning is what this lady's racer's life is all about. If there's one sport that defines the terms rough, tough, and masculine, it's off-road racing. A brutal, gut-pounding sport that requires peak physical and mental conditioning. Few men last long enough to make a name in the sport, and it's virtually unheard of for women to become involved. Mercedes Gonzalez is a notable exception. As a female motocross racer, Mercedes won every major championship. In search of a new challenge, she has taken that experience gained on two wheels and is now applying it to the four-wheel off-road racing.
You go from a motorcycle where you have no roll cage, no protection around you, to a car where you're strapped in, you got a roll cage, and virtually it's impossible to get hurt. And I just went crazy. I was banging everybody and breaking parts, and so I really had to learn how to slow down, smooth out, and learn technique.
Mercedes is racing in a class called Super Lights. Super Lights are a derivative of the Honda Odyssey class. These high-tech, high-speed racers were specially developed by Bob Briggs to race in the Mickey Thompson off-road series.
They're light, they're agile, they have as much wheel travel as some of the larger classes. They have every bit as much technology in these cars as the other cars do. So we're not, just because we're a little car, doesn't mean that we're shy on horsepower or technology or the things that are required to make a good competitive class. And plus, it's something that's affordable for the average Joe to get in there, spend some money, and go racing without having to get involved in a truck program that's multi-million-dollar, or some of the other buggies. A full-size buggy or a single-seat 1600 are around $60,000, and the maintenance is extremely high on them. Our cars, about $20,000 to get your first-class ride, and they're virtually maintenance-free.
With the ability to go from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, handling a super light on the whoop-de-doos and stutter bumps is no easy task. Banking on Mercedes' knowledge of these courses from her days in Supercross, Bob asked her to join the team.
They figure, well, she's a woman and she already knows what it's like to compete. She has that drive to win, so let's give her a shot in the car. I tried the car. They were very impressed with how aggressive I was, how well I adapted to it, and they asked me if I wanted to be on the team.
She does real well. She's an outstanding driver, extremely talented, real aggressive. She doesn't have four-wheeled vehicle experience. She's outstanding on a motorcycle, but they're two different animals. So race after race, she gets better, and by the end of the night, she's doing much better than she did at the beginning of the day. She forgets that motorcycle driving style and concentrates on her car.
Mercedes is acutely aware of her status as a female in a male-dominated sport.
I'm used to the kind of pressure of being the only girl, and it's kind of neat because the women do really back me up a lot. I think if you treat them right, they'll treat you right. I haven't had too many bad experiences with, somebody purposely taking me out because I'm a woman, because I think they respect my professionalism, the time, the work, the dedication I put into it. And I think if you come across that way, you'll always be well respected and well accepted.
Not only accepted by the racers, but also by the fans.
Shannon?
Shannon?
Yeah, my daughter, she races too. So.
And I get a lot of men supporting me and saying, show those guys, even though they're men, because they know how lousy they would feel if they got beat by a woman, so they have no mercy on the other guys.
On the track, she shows no mercy either, bumping and bouncing her way through the 6 laps of high drama, where one mistake can end your chances of winning.
And Mercedes Gonzalez has stepped into second place, and look at her! She takes it away from Rory Holiday.
Rory got a little bit sideways through the mogul section, and Mercedes got the power down straight ahead, and look out, fellas!
There's nothing like winning. That feeling is just unbelievable, and you got to do it to experience it.
There's her left-hand turn, and
look at this.
Son of a gun. The checkered flag is out for Mercedes Gonzalez. She is pounding the steering wheel. She's loving every minute of it.
And the crowd is too. Great race for Mercedes Gonzalez.
Winning has not come as easy as it did in motocross, but her fiercely competitive nature and her instinctual racing ability will make her a force to be reckoned with for years to come.
Get a taste for competition. You get this adrenaline drive, and it's hard to produce that in any other sport other than like a motorsport.
The racing life can be a glamorous and exciting one, but it is mostly hard work and a lot of heartache. Mercedes Gonzalez has traveled that road once to the top and is ready to challenge it again.
Pretty long road in racing, as you know. It takes a lot, many years of experience, of connections. So I'm just going to do my best for right now. I'm just focusing on possibly winning 5 to 6 races in this series. Just kind of take it day by day and race by race.
Stay tuned to the exciting world of speed and beauty.